All right, hey guys, welcome to Dynasty Nerds Film Nerds edition. On this podcast, this stream, this video cast, I never know what to call it. J-Vac always makes fun of me for it. Our purpose is to look at highlights and lowlights. Where strengths and weaknesses, it's both. You're going to hear us be negative. That's important. We're going to be positive. We're going to look at how this stuff's going to translate to the NFL, what the player can develop. Do they need to add weight? Do they need to add explosiveness? All that kind of stuff. It's all of the nitty gritty details. Okay. If you want to join in, you can do that. We have a chat. We'd love to interact with you guys, answer questions if we can. And that's all I got. So we got Garrett with us. How you doing, Garrett?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing?
What team is that hat? What do we got?
Cleveland Indians, man.
Cleveland Indians. Okay.
Yeah. Go Tribe.
All right, man. How's J-Wack doing? J-Wack does so much work, by the way. I want to thank him literally every time we do this stream. He sets up the graphics, the videos, puts it all together. I don't even know how he does it. It's like a game that you're playing, but you don't even know what the rules are to the game. That's how he does it. So thank you, J-Wack, and how you doing, man? I know, man. That's the thing, man. When you have a job and you got all this other stuff going on, you gotta grind away. So today we have Keaontay Ingram and Journey Brown. If you guys haven't watched, we do this every week. We're on episode 26 now? Is that right? 25. So there's so many of these episodes. I think we've continually gotten better as this has happened. I forgot that my mic was the wrong way, by the way. If you couldn't hear me the first ones, I apologize.
It was backwards.
Yeah, I had it facing this way. So I had it turned wrong. Yeah. But I think it's better. So go back and watch them. We've went over Jamar Chase and Bateman and Waddle and Devontae Smith. We've went over Lawrence and Fields last week. So we have so much stuff already done, and we're going to keep doing more. If you have guys you want us to watch, let us know. We're open to that as well. So we're going to start off with who we got, J-Wack. Dude.
Crazy. I mean, for fantasy purposes, which, obviously we're breaking down film, but it's all through the lens of fantasy football. So for fantasy football purposes, other than just staying put in Jacksonville, this is probably the best case scenario for Leonard Fournette. I can't think of any space that would be better suited for fantasy production.
Well, I mean, he goes to a Super Bowl contender with the GOAT in Florida, a couple hours away, and he's going to be a free agent after the year. Like, it's literally the best case scenario for him in terms of like destination. I don't know in terms of how they're going to split up the pie. It could be really good.
I don't know that he'll get as many touches as you would like want him to, but they're going to probably be like better touches than they were in Jacksonville.
Yep.
For sure. If it had been Kansas City, the rumor was like he was the true backup. Like it wasn't like they were sharing time or, one of these other like juicy line. The only other spot that I thought made sense at all was Washington, just because it would be the same type of thing as Jacksonville, where he'll get a lot of touches. They'll all be sucky touches, but he'll get the ball a lot.
Oh, the football team from Washington. You know what's interesting I thought about with this is, and I don't know how long you guys have been doing this film for, but do you remember Fournette in college?
Mm-hmm.
He was insane. Like that Auburn game, just like throwing guys around. He was just a beast. He had the ankle injury a little bit, but just such a beast. And you never know what's going to happen in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey was like really good, but then we're like, he's too small. And now he's like this stud. Like you never really know. Like we all thought Fournette was going to be really good. Like he wasn't going to be perfect, but he's going to be really good. And he's been low end RB1.
Right.
But yeah, and we got two guys now, and I don't think either of these guys are going to be outstanding, but they could be. Like, we really don't know.
Yeah, we're just giving educated guesses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
it is just a 1 year deal.
Yeah, it's 1 year.
Yep. But more money than I had expected. Like with bonuses and stuff like that, it could be upwards of like 3.5 million.
The other thing to think about here is, so we were all pretty high in Keontay, or I'm sorry, Keontay. That's what we're going to talk about. Keyshawn Vaughn. Keyshawn Vaughn didn't have a good camp. We've heard a lot of things off the field, maybe learning, things just not going well. This is a really good thing for him. He can sit, he can learn, and he's going to plummet in dynasty value. I don't think
possible. I think McCoy will be the one. I think McCoy will be the odd man out.
Yeah. Well, you don't spend a third and cut him normally, but this is the time to acquire him. If you think about it, like this news comes in, people are like, I'm not going to get anything from him this year, because you're not, unless there's massive injuries. He's talented. What do you think it would cost to get him from a frustrated owner?
Third.
Yeah, I'd toss a third for him.
I absolutely would. Like, I still remember watching the tape and believing that the ability. I didn't think he was the next Saquon Barkley or anything like that, but I thought he could be a productive NFL running back, and I still believe that on pure talent. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if he gets the other stuff, the maturity stuff, all figured out or not.
Mm-hmm. Looks like my mic was muted the whole time.
Oh, were you trying to say something?
No, my mic's been muted the whole stream so far, but hey, it's all right.
Oh wow! That's
so we've just been talking,
communicating with nothing. It's all right. Nothing good comes out of his mouth. You probably wouldn't have been able to understand me anyway.
Wow. Yeah, it's just J-Wack. So
yeah, it's just me. Just saying I'm pissed about Rojo.
So let's get into Keaontay Ingram.
Okay.
Garrett, you got some backup, right?
Yeah, just a little bit on Keoantay. He was a 4-star guy coming out of high school, and he had a really productive freshman season. People were really, really excited about his freshman season. Sophomore season starts off okay. We get some injuries, we get some certain things, and then he really, really starts to scuffle. We have the backup quarterback that's splitting time with him his sophomore season. So there's a lot of question marks. He was a highly regarded player, lots of hype, but now his stars faded a little bit. So it'll be interesting to dig in to see if we think that he can regain some of the hype that he had as a freshman, or if he's more of what we saw as a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he had a knee injury. He's wearing a brace. I kind of wondered if that was part of his explosiveness issue. And then he also has gained a lot of weight. He was 190, I think, or 185, 190, and weight was going to be an issue. Now he's up to 222, I think. Or Gary, you said 230, right?
222. I looked on the roster right before we got on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely has put on a lot of weight since coming into school. Mm. But let's get into it. Garrett, we got you up first here versus Kansas State.
So before we start, I feel bad already because I watched 2 games. This was the second game that I watched, and I actually just decided to just use this game because I thought it epitomized what I saw very well. There's a lot of things that are very concerning, but there's also some things that offer some glimmers of hope. So it starts off kind of ugly, and I'm going to seem like a big jerk early on, but there is some glimmer of hope late. So ride with me on this. Ride with me.
But hey,
maybe you can be the jerk this episode. That won't be it.
I'm definitely going to be the jerk on Ingram. That's for sure.
What we're looking at is, are they going to be fantasy producers at the next level? That's all we're worried about. So let's dive in here.
All right. So with this one, go ahead and run it through, and then go ahead and run it through from the end zone view, because that's where you can kind of really get the best look. Here it doesn't look like that bad of a play. Looks like he might have, gained some extra yards, but look what he does. He literally just ran straight into the back of his guard. He had a hole open to his left, and he literally ran face first right into his guard. I don't really know how to justify that.
Like A.J. Dillon out here.
Yeah, Raquel Armstead. Saw that a lot at Temple with him.
And I'm glad you showed this because I actually noticed this in some of the... I didn't put him in as my cut-ups, but when I was watching him, he did this a lot. Like, it seems like he doesn't have complete control over his, actions in a way.
Yeah.
here's my positive spin on this. Okay.
Wow.
Look at you switching roles. All right, go ahead, Nick. I see you.
If you look, it's a terrible play by the right guard. That's the only double team that you have. And
Right.
if you think about it, that's where you would naturally think the play would open up, and then they would climb up to number 4. So maybe the play design, and he's thinking, hey, eventually it's going to open there.
Yeah.
That's the only. Hey,
Well,
someone's
maybe.
got to be positive here. So there you go.
I mean, there you go. But if I'm bearing my face mask into the back of my guard, I'm a little bit concerned.
They're talking about the program C2C league we're in right now. I guess Phil's got
Sorry,
him.
Phil. You're not gonna like this, buddy.
I don't hate him. I'll just say that.
Phil, make sure no one's watching so you can sell him. I'm not saying he's an automatic sell, Phil. Not yet, anyway.
Damn.
From what I saw.
Phil, tell us
All right.
about the line there. All right, 1st and 10.
So once again, gained quite a bit of weight. We'll let this one run out. So he gets the option play here, and he couldn't make the turn. He just couldn't make the turn, and he more or less fell before he even had the opportunity to get tackled.
They cut off the wrong foot.
Yep. The agility that you would hope for out of a running back doesn't really seem to be there. This was just one of several plays like this that I saw in this game specifically. Same thing with the Iowa State game, where he has trouble making these turns. It's like a semi trying to make a right turn here. I don't know.
Yeah, this isn't what he's good at.
No,
He's not really a guy you want to get, like, he's not a space
he's not
player.
an in-space guy.
Yeah.
No, he's a slasher.
Yep, north and south. Plant
Alright.
your foot and go. All right, 3rd time's the charm, right?
Man, this
Second.
I've
Play 4
never
will be
seen
good.
This negative. I've never seen.
Play 4 will be good because play 3 wasn't.
Garrett had a bad week. He's like, let's take it out on this
Poor Ingram.
guy.
He made the catch, but then he fell again. I couldn't quite tell if he kicked the foot of his blocker,
Hey,
and that's
like
what
a trip
did
right
it.
here.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
right there.
But either way, like,
Garrett.
I'm sorry, you're falling. This is like 4 plays into the first quarter, guys. And these are what I'm running into. When you're doing multiple things like this in the open field, you're running into the backs of your defensive linemen or offensive linemen. There's just a lot of stuff that made me very concerned. However,
Yeah,
there's some glimmer of hope.
That snipe.
After this play, there are some glimmers of hope.
Man. You're a dick.
I'm just
Dude,
gonna watch at this point. I'm just gonna watch.
I had 4 more plays. I cut them out. It was bad. This is what he does best. And this is what, if he can be utilized in an offense where, we talked about Leonard Fournette. If he can be used, because he's going to be similar to that Leonard Fournette type of running back, he needs to get north and south. And when he doesn't, when he gets a head of steam, he is difficult to bring down. He can break a lot of those arm tackles. And so, and it was a good subtle move that he had right there to be able to, avoid the blitzing linebacker, gets upfield, keeps his balance, makes a nice run here. So I was very discouraged until I saw this play, and I was like, okay, I see the glimpse of what could potentially be with a guy like Keaontay Ingram.
Yeah, this is the positive I see a lot with him. Breaking tackles, running between the tackles, in line.
Nick, you don't have a lot to say right now. Are you in love with Ingram and I'm hurting your feelings?
No,
or?
I'm just letting you do your thing, man. I mean, it's,
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. I didn't want to offend.
You're not offended me. I've never heard you this negative, dude. It's like you had a bad day. Someone like a bird pooped on your car, went like windshield. Your kids are like sick. Wife yelled at you.
Dude,
you decide to look at Ingram, and
it's
you're like,
actually been a really good week. It was just
you,
such a bad, like there was a. I won't get into it.
He said,
but
"Man,
that was a good play.
Let's put Garrett's tape on."
you tweeted something about this, and then Ingram said something negative. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Listen to this.
Ingram blocked him too.
Oh,
Sliding them DMs too much.
So real good patience here. For knocking him for his vision of just running straight into the back of his offensive lineman here. Good little bit of patience here. Waits for this to open up, finds a crease, gets skinny, and then breaks a couple tackles. That was a very positive run. I know he didn't get huge gains, huge yardage, but he broke a couple of tackles in there, and he waited for the right opportunity to hit that hole. I thought that this was an excellent run, probably the best run that I saw.
I mean, it's a lot of junk. That's the thing that people forget about running back is a lot of playing running back is junk yards. You know, when you have the huge lane and you run through it and man, let's see this 4.4 speed or whatever. Like that's so few. Like This is what it is. So right here, he goes, he makes the read, he looks, he sees the safety come down. There's a hole there, decides not to, cuts back, breaks tackle from 44, and then he's stepping over feet. Okay, the receiver kicked him in the knee, but here he gets over it all. This is balance. This is patience. This is a little strength, toughness.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
good.
a pretty good run.
7-8 yard gain.
It's funny. These two running backs we're doing tonight are pretty much opposites.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You got
last
third
one
quarter,
here for me, I think.
2nd and 10.
Thank goodness.
Seems he stumbled.
Yep. So once again, a little bit of both. Actually, a really good hole for him there. He has good vision, cuts through, but you can even see like he goes to make a move and he somewhat trips himself up. He just doesn't have the agility that I think in the burst to really be a big contributor and a big factor at the next level. So I'm thinking he's a mid to late day 3 guy. Guy that you're going to pick in your 5th round, 6th round. And I think he could be a serviceable backup, but I don't know that you're ever going to see him be a consistent starter on the next level.
Yeah, he's a roll guy.
Yep.
For sure. I've seen mocks with him going like 4th or 5th round. So
He hasn't proven enough yet. I mean, that's fair. He hasn't proven enough yet.
I think he's still learning to play with his weight.
Well, I mean, he's had 2 years already.
Yeah. I just like giving him the benefit of the doubt. All right, on to me here.
Matt says, "Can we put Journey Brown on now?"
I know.
You're not gonna be as excited about Journey Brown either.
Coming soon. We'll see. A little overblown, maybe. 1st and 10 versus who's the opponent here? TCU. Look at those helmets and jerseys.
Look at the logo.
Jake Burns is excited.
Horned Frog.
Yep. Ooh.
That was a nice run.
Yeah, this is a nice run. I like the patience here at the line of scrimmage, picking his way, working through the junk like we just talked about, making a man miss, getting the second level. I thought his feet were really efficient here.
Spin move didn't work in Garrett's one, and it worked here.
Yep. Yeah, not many wasted steps. Finds it. Good vision. He just lets the line work, you know? Yeah, I really like this run.
Yeah, and that was really good control there, which, like I said before, I didn't see a ton of it, but really good control there to be able to get the spin and then straight back up field.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I like, and you guys know, I'm so annoyed with Montgomery and Akers did this a little bit. The guys that hop back there, right here's a perfect instance. You want your cleats in the ground. So here a little bit, plants, and then he's able to cut. When you're in the ground, you can move a lot quicker than when you're hopping and you're losing your momentum and doing this stuff. So
same with quarterbacking. Yep. All right.
People predicted. I love Ingram.
What'd you say? Prediction: Nick loves Ingram. Garrett loves Brown.
Are you an Ingram stan now?
You'll find out soon.
Yeah, I actually like this run here. Thought it was a good cut to get outside, and then right away gets low, gets his pads down, gets north and south.
Yeah. And that's so reactionary. Look at that. He had no idea that guy's out there. Then
Yeah. So I thought this was another really efficient play. There's a guy in the hole, jump cut. Then immediately, as soon as he lands, there's nothing wasted here. Gets his pads down, braces for contact.
Could have went outside again.
I was gonna say, I think he should have kept going. Honestly,
I don't know if he would have got there.
maybe not, but he would have at least given himself a shot at it.
Yeah.
See how his body turned.
That's not the type of player he is. I think this is just understanding like who he is as a runner.
And I'm never mad with a guy getting positive yards.
Yeah. This is the better angle. Good run. Was it 6 yards?
Yeah, that guy has outside half, I guess. Yeah.
Let's see here. We got what's the next game here? Kansas.
Kansas.
I want to do Puka Williams, running back from Kansas.
Puka's fun.
He's fun.
If we're gonna do one like that, we have to combine
What's
a
that
bunch
supposed
of
to
these
mean?
guys. We have to do Puka, and we have to get the kid from Louisville. Like they're like the same
Javion
guy.
Hawkins.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
get the guys that are like small and get themselves small and like, but they're ballers, you know?
Yeah, I'd like to do both those
I'd be
guys.
fine with that.
Yeah.
Next week.
Maybe.
J-Wack, what's that supposed to mean? It gets all defensive.
That kind of episode. Like, I thought you meant like bottom of the barrel players or something.
No, I like Puka. He's just tiny, man.
Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of what Tavon Austin would be like if they kept him at running back.
I don't hate that.
I'll never forget that Oklahoma game. Did you guys ever remember that game?
Oh, yeah. Dude was nuts.
That was amazing. They could not tackle Tavon.
Yeah, so this one here, I thought he missed it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Puka still. His Oklahoma game was nuts his freshman year.
So I think he should cut left.
Right.
Well,
He's right.
Our
left.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of just shook to go straight.
I mean, even his left here too.
Like, yeah, he just kind of ran into the tacklers.
Yeah, there's a two-way lane here. I just thought it was another little instance that Garrett showed earlier, him running into his blockers. Or running right
It's
into
like you could pick A or B, and he picked or.
Or
Yeah. So
that was decision by indecision there.
yeah, it's like hit or miss with him, and I think both of these guys are guys that anybody, you got to throw on the whole tape. You know, we try our best to show you positives and negatives. A lot of it ends up being, most of it ends up being positives because we want to give you guys a good show, and show you good plays. No one wants to sit here and watch a bunch of bad plays, but you have to watch the whole tape, especially with Journey Brown.
Well, and the problem is like people don't look at highlight tapes. Hey, one quick thing on that, J-Wack, that last play. What's the situation? Is it just to convert? That was the only thing I could think of.
Let me see. I have it.
It's a second right there.
Second down.
Or is this? I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey, just get the first down.
First and down. First and 10.
Yeah, first. Looks like it said second up there.
It's a second.
Yeah, it does. That's wrong.
Yeah, so second too. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. They're like, hey, just plow and get the first down here.
Yep. Good call.
I don't know.
I guess.
That's true. I mean, I've nothing wrong with getting a first down, dude.
Yeah.
Still.
I mean, I love the holes that are open. I would rather him do that. But if the coaches are like, I don't care, just make sure you don't mess it up and not get a first down. I don't know. Just an idea. It's not a good read. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
Right. Could have made a good play better.
Yep.
All right, what's the situation here?
Looks like first down.
I didn't get it on this
10.
one. Yeah, first
Yeah,
and 10.
you can see it up top though.
Phil said Nick tried. I don't love Ingram, guys. My goodness.
He did coming out though, right? Like
I liked him coming out. I didn't
Yeah.
like him as much after this year. I liked him
Right.
a lot more coming out of high school.
Yeah, so on this play, I thought he does a nice job of pressing the outside here.
That's sexy.
Yeah. This is a good angle of it. Yeah, I'll let it run.
Oh, yeah, there's a huge hole there.
Yeah, real big hole. But
it was good to see it, though, because that was almost behind him by that point.
Right. Good technique on how to run this play.
So, okay, I'm going to say negative here. Joe, can you stop it right when he makes that cut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now he needs to angle out a lot more, okay? And like hug that blocker and make that wider. It's not if you want to point or whatever, and then watch how much he goes north and south.
Yeah.
And then gets tackled by the safety right away. Like, you know what I mean? Get towards the sideline. That's where you're going to get more yards versus inside here.
Yeah.
And he gets,
yeah.
I mean, like right there. Why aren't you by the numbers?
Yeah, you should be widening. Whiteboard. It's tough to use sometimes. Like I have to go back to 2 different screens.
Oh no, you're fine. But I mean, I think people got what I was saying there, right? I mean, that's the same thing. That's making a good play.
Hold my dick.
Great. You know what I mean?
You remember that video, dude?
Yes.
Oh, so good. That's a classic, man.
You never know what's going to happen with J-Wack. I'm telling you.
Dude, everybody loves that video. 2nd and 5. Where we at here?
That's a good cut.
Yeah. So, my note here is I think he unnecessarily runs into contact. I see what he's trying to do with the cut. But
I just don't think he was able to bend it quite that quick.
Right. Thought he just could have stayed with it. Cut to the bottom of the steer there.
I just think it's a heck of a play by that backer.
That was a good play.
He's right. He fills that hole, comes back. That lineman like barely touches him. I think he just assumes the lineman's going to block maybe part of him, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
What a terrible play by 68. My goodness, dude. Missed. Dude, he did like a full 360.
Still a good run. Still a good run.
Yep.
I wish, what I would have wished here, actually, Joe, if you want to do it one more time, is after he makes the cut, he gets some contact, go wider here. Keep going wider.
Yeah.
I think he just gets north and south. It's like, I'll just, maybe not.
I was going to say, I think the outside backer there would have got him.
Right. Is this mine?
Yeah, I think this is the last.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Let's see. Let's let it run the other way. I think this is another one where I wanted him to hit it tighter, right off the butt of his.
Yep.
Right off the butt of his tackle here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of runs right in the back of his lineman again, or this is the one I said unnecessarily runs into contact. I have my notes mixed up.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So if he holds it tighter, he's gonna get more yards. Still does a nice job of running his feet.
Yep.
Can you go back one more
That's
time?
the kind of runner he is.
Can you go one more time?
Mm-hmm. 1 or 2?
That's fine. So what I was thinking of here is like, is he, because that hole is there. And you're like, well, is he late reacting to that? Or is he thinking that he was going to hit it further left? You know what I mean? And then 97 comes off. Great. And he's like, okay, I have to make this cut late.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, because it's inside zone, you know what I mean? And there's that double team. And again, this double team doesn't work. Like maybe they're just bad at double teaming. He's thinking, hey, I'm going to get through there. And then 97 just blows that up. I don't know. I'm just trying to like think of.
Yeah.
Because it's a late reaction, but why is it a late reaction?
Still just another, this is the kind of running back he is, just a physical running back.
Mm. Which is so weird when you would have seen him out of high school.
Right.
Freshman year. Like, not him.
And I actually thought, we haven't shown many clips of it yet, but I actually thought he displayed some pretty good hands. He's a pretty good pass
really
catcher.
good hands.
Yeah.
That's. I think that and his hard cutting ability are his two best assets.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Breaks arm tackle is pretty. He actually, he reminds me a little bit of DJ Dallas.
Don't know. Stop.
I just wanted to say that.
He's better than DJ Dallas.
Night, Nick.
Oh, man, we're missing the chat here, dude. What's up, guys? Oh. We both yawn. Give it to us straight. That's all we do, boy. Doesn't keep his eyes up when he's close to contact. Misses a lot of holes. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed. He's kind of hit or miss with his vision. All right, Nick, you're up, buddy.
Oh, this is me?
Yep.
Are we a version of James Winston?
First
I don't
and
even
10.
I don't even remember what clips I picked. So we'll also have to watch and then we'll figure out what I was going to say.
It's a nice run. Whoop, whoop.
So to me, this is a lot of reaction. Like, then this talks a little bit about his toolbox because he's supposed to hit this inside of the second guard. That's where this play's supposed to hit. And if you look, defender blows it up. Senior reacts and jumps outside. So watch that 20. Watch him come inside of 968.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Hole not there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go out. I got to hurdle. Oh, there's another guy here. Like, that's not by design. You're not like, I'm going to hurdle this guy by design. It's just, this is.
That's not how you draw it up in your offense, Nick?
Sometimes I do.
Intentional hurdles.
Sometimes I do fun stuff.
It's a good run.
Remember that slot guy that like faked he had a heart attack and fell down? Remember that clip?
See, I don't think he's that bad.
No.
I don't think he's
I think that's a fantastic run when there's nothing in the designed hole.
Yeah,
That's creativity.
From a fantasy standpoint,
He's not going to be a starter.
No,
unless he fixes some stuff.
I'd probably try to trade him if I'm holding him in Devy and C2C leagues right now.
That's the thing. I think his name is bigger than his ability, and I think that's my issue.
Well, okay, let's finish my clips, and then we can talk about it. I have some ideas.
3rd and 5.
Nick's in love.
I'm not in love.
Let's finish my clips, all right? Get back to my clips.
You guys do all your stuff. To me, this is really patient. And he's tough.
All right, that one's over. All right, on the.
He's right here. He wants to hit backside.
Yeah.
He sets up everybody, which I thought is really good. It's a terrible tackle attempt by this guy, but still
really bad, yeah.
Spins off, throws him off. Physical.
He's figuring it out here.
Because honestly, this is supposed to hit backside, and 20 came down. He's like, oh, can't do that now.
Yeah.
Yep, and he saw 31 coming down as well.
Mm. Come on, 3, bring it.
Get that ball in tight.
3 goes after it here.
Yeah. Get off me, little boy.
Yep.
Yeah, good run here, Nick. 1st and 10.
House said he's waiting for your Rams cop. I got one ready for it actually already.
Yeah.
Zach Stacy.
I love Zach Stacy coming out. Oh, you have no idea. I love Zach Stacy coming out.
Never trust a guy with 2 first names.
Oh, it's always a crowd pleaser. What are you talking about?
Are you going to talk about this play at all, or are you just going to let it run?
He's just gonna enjoy it.
Why can't we just watch?
Just kidding.
To me, it's again, reactionary. He wanted to hit backside, comes front side, makes a nice cut off of it. I mean, it's a big hole. I get it. But right there, he wanted to hit back there.
Mm-hmm.
And still finishes tough. I mean, I just think that's who he is. I think he makes some hard cuts.
Yeah.
He's on balance.
Run it back real quick, though. I don't know why he initially was looking to, why he cut it back inside. Why wasn't he always just going there? Like he had to kind of bend it back.
Yeah.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
Yep. I think
that was unnecessary, and I think he wasted some time in that and not getting to the hole. He could have got a few more yards.
To me, I think after that he has a choice. 11 stays outside here. Go back again.
11. See him out there.
11's outside there. See?
Outside backer.
So then it's 2 for 2, and then it's 11 stays way out. I don't know. Maybe not.
So
it's weird. It's weird that he thought that hole was going to be backside. I don't know if that was the design, or if he's like hesitating so blocks for him and then goes front side. That's a weird concept because he's done that twice now. If you look, those are the last 2 plays. So I don't know if that like concept wasn't working or not.
Is Zach Stacy your Rams comp then?
No, Zach Stacy was a lot smaller, a lot more compact. Ingram's long.
Who would you say?
Let me think on it a little more.
Real poor man's Steven Jackson.
You just don't want to give me the credit.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson was like 6'4", wasn't he?
Yeah.
Steven Jackson was 6'2", 240 and ran a 4.45.
Tank.
That's why I know Ray likes to talk about Najee, but Steven Jackson is 240, ran a 4.45. Najee's like 225 and he's probably going to run a 4.55.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like that's a big difference. Steven Jackson was amazing. Where do you go to school?
Oklahoma State.
Oregon State.
Oregon State, nice.
Ah, damn it. I said Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about hands.
For both.
Hands and reaction ability and cutting. Yeah, this is a fantastic play. These are back-to-back plays, by the way.
Oh, damn, son.
So in the same time, we have my most negative plays in any one set and Nick's least amount of negative plays in any one set.
Yep. I mean, sometimes that's how it is, though. We break up these games.
And it's true. Some guys just have really good games, and sometimes they just have rough ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes and the other part of this too, and just being honest, sometimes our mindset when we watch film gives us bias.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially if you start with a bad game.
Good mood, bad mood. Yep.
Look at our Claypool breakdown. Now he's just dominating camp.
We'll see.
I don't see that, but then every Steelers wide receiver is apparently going to break out for some reason. All 4 of them are going to be wide receiver 2s. Just wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great catch. Immediately turns into a runner and makes a guy miss. I love that. He likes that spin.
He does like to spin.
4. He makes 4 guys miss.
Yeah. He uses his body well, too, with leverage. Mm-hmm. He knows how to get low for a big guy. Is he growing on you, Garrett?
I mean, a little bit. These clips have definitely been better than the 2 games that I saw.
Yeah.
And so I have to be open to that. And like I said, there were some clips later on in the game because most of Iowa State was just bad.
Yeah.
Kansas State had both, so that's why I just used that game. So yeah, I mean, I have to be open as I'm watching, and there's definitely some things where he looks like he's a lot more in control than he did in the games that I was watching. Because the games that I was watching, I mean, he was slipping and falling all over the place. He seemed to couldn't keep his feet underneath him. Maybe he had the wrong cleats on. I don't know.
Maybe injured a little bit. Maybe
he's a little bit injured. I mean, there were even blocks where he was just completely whiffing. Like I didn't even get a chance to show any of that. Which that is one thing I was surprised none of us did. At least in the 2 games I watched, I was underwhelmed with his pass protection from what I saw. He didn't get an opportunity to do a ton of it, but the opportunities I saw didn't look great. But yeah, these games were better than the ones I saw.
Do you have any more, or am I done, J-Back?
No, I think you got this last one here. Fourth down, 4th and 2.
Oh, LSU. Here you go. Oh.
What's hold on. What's the
4th and 2.
Damn, it doesn't tell me the score.
I think it's
first quarter though.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Great play call.
Yeah.
You're a pass catcher. The thing I don't like here, watch his eyes. They look.
He's
I'm
already
not going to get
the
hit.
defender. Yeah. And that's just an opportunity. Just catch the ball and fall down. Like, you're already in the end zone.
Yep.
And this is, I will say, this is like a rare. I didn't see him drop any, and I saw him make some really.
You know, that's great hands. This is concentration, I think, for sure. Now, my favorite part of this, watch the tight end right here. He's like, yeah. Oh.
It's like that Michigan kid in the stands.
You got one more here, maybe.
Oh, he's got another one.
We're almost at 10:30. 10:10. We put this on the turf.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, though.
Yep. And I saw him fumble 2 times in this game, and those are the most negative things that I saw.
Huh.
I mean, that's opposite arm, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You cannot let that happen.
Nope.
And he had that pretty tight. I mean, did a great job of ripping that out.
It was.
Was
But he got it
that
back.
Is that Queen Phillips? Who was that?
Phillips?
Phillips, Cleveland Brown.
We're gonna need him. You hear Mac's only gonna be out like 5 to 6 weeks or something.
That's good news because we've lost like
Yeah.
half our defense before the season's even started.
Dude, Delpit's brutal.
That's
Greedy's banged up too.
Come on, LSU.
So, not a perfect prospect. Here's the part that I'm wondering about. When he was younger, he was much more explosive. So, to me, it's one of 2 things. The added weight has killed him, or the injuries are more than we kind of thought. Maybe he's not completely healthy. See,
Yeah.
he had a brace on.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, that's fine.
Nope,
So,
poop break.
so those are the 2 things that I don't know. If he becomes more explosive again, I'm much more interested. He maybe could be a day 2 guy. If he does not get that, he's definitely a day 3 guy.
Yeah. And once again, when I do my official like evaluation for the class, and that's even assuming he comes out this year, which he would probably be better served to maybe go all 4 years. But, like I said, the 2 games that I saw, Iowa State he did not look explosive at all. Like it was pretty pedestrian. And then Kansas State, that was the one that we saw in here. So I will say overall, he seemed to be in better control of his body in these games. He seemed to, he looked better. He looked better in these other games that you guys had than the 2 that I ended up just so happening to pick. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I'm still not overly enthused on him. He's not a guy that I'm looking to invest in or trade for. I mean, but I don't hate it as much as I did coming in.
Yeah, and for a bigger guy, good hands. That's one thing, but I don't think we're that far off, Garrett. Because I think he's a day 3 guy. So
yeah.
And so do you. I don't think we're that far off. I just don't know who he is because I liked what he was early on. A guy that catches passes and has some explosiveness. Like he was a little bit of like a maybe a poor version of Rojo, or I'll say later NFL career Clinton Portis, where he put on some weight and wasn't as quick again. But this last year wasn't the